Hi guys, so I thought I'd do the bookshelf from another place in my room, which is my newest bookshelf with most of the books that I get now coming to this shelf when I have some up there as well, because I don't have any room in this bookshelf anymore. I got it about a month and a half ago and it was half empty, and now it's full, and I actually have double books behind, so I have more books behind there, two lots. But yeah, I have a lot of books on there that I definitely want to read. I'll get on to this week's in my mailbox, which is also last week's in my mailbox, because I didn't have a chance to do it last week. And if I only get about two books, which I know is still a lot to get in 1 week, but if I get just two books, I'll probably do it with next week's in my mailbox like I have this week. So the first book I got is Divergent, and of course it's a lot of book that everyone has, I feel like everyone has read. It's quite a big book, and because this is not one that I got for review, this is one I actually did a swap for. Probably be months and months before I get with this, because ones that I have got for review are having to come before the ones obviously that I've brought. But this one sounds really good, and I can't wait to read it. I hope I'd enjoy it as much as everyone else. I think I have a lot of high expectations for this one, so hopefully it won't be one that lets me down. I don't really know much about this. I've only actually read the blurb, and I've read a few reviews, but I try not to read ones that I know are going to tell me a lot about the book. But judging from the blurb, it says a lot about how you have one choice, and it decides your friends, defines your beliefs, and determines your loyalties forever. So yeah, it sounds like a very good dystopian book, and I can't wait to read it. The next book I got for review is from Bloomsbury, which is a publisher that is very kind to all UK bloggers, and I get a lot of books for review from them. I was asked this one for review because it's one that I've been looking at, and American bloggers have had for quite a while now and been doing reviews for. It's a mermaid book, which I'm still uncertain about whether I like them or not, but I've liked most of them, so I asked for Tempest Rising. It's about a girl called Tempest, and she is half mermaid and half human. She basically has to decide whether she wants to live on sea or on land, and I think she's more swaying towards the land side of things. But then she meets a surfer guy who basically seems to hint towards the fact that he's half merman, man, or whatever you'd call him, and human as well, and she starts to lean more towards the mermaid side and living in the sea. So it sounds like a lot of it's about her making the decision and what happens when she makes the decision and things. So definitely a mermaid book I want to choose. This cover is really gorgeous, but the US cover is also really pretty. It does hint towards mermaids, but I think this one obviously hints a lot more towards it. Can't wait to read this. Thank you, Bloomsbury. The next book I got has been sent from American publisher, which is something I know I've said a lot in my mailbox post, but something that I really appreciate because I know it's going to cost a lot. I think it costs something like $11 to post, which is a lot when you could probably send this book to American reviewers that live in America you could probably send about 3-4 books out for review for that price. So it does mean a lot to me when they send them. And I reviewed the first in the series about a week ago, I think, called Backstage Pass, and I asked for the second in the series, called Rock Hard. Now this is very, very kind of sexual book. It's quite full on, so definitely has to be, I'd say you need to be 18 or over to read this. First of all, I was like 16 over, obviously 16-year-olds, I don't think it's any higher than the fact that 16-year-olds know about sex and things, but this is just, these books are way past any of that stuff, so yeah, definitely 18. But this book is basically not, it is kind of a follow-on from Backstage Pass, but it's more it's different. It follows a different band member and a different female, so yeah, it is kind of different, obviously written by the same person, but I can't wait to read this. It's labelled Top Reads of 2010 awards, and then Top Sex Scenes of 2010 awards. So yeah, pretty hot book, and it's quite a lot bit bigger than Backstage Pass, but it actually had Backstage Pass signed, but sadly this one isn't. But yeah. next book I got is second in the series that I really wanted for quite a while now, since it first came out and I read the first book, and it's Trial by Fire by Jennifer. This is a lot smaller than I thought. I thought it was as big as Raised by a Wolf, which was about 400 plus pages, but this one's actually a lot smaller, 354 round, so I think I might be able to read this sooner than I thought. I don't really want to go into the blurb and what this is about, because for people that haven't read Raised by Wolves, but if you want to know what this is about, this series is about, read the Raised by Wolves blurb. It's basically about a girl, and she's been brought up, this is in Raised by Wolves, she's been brought up by a pack of wolves, and she has to make a few hard decisions, and it's a very good book. It's very different, and I think you either love it or hate it, but I really loved it, so I definitely recommend this series, and I can't wait to read Trial by Fire. Thank you, Lindsay, for the swap. The next 3 books I got, I don't know if you know, but I went on holiday for a few days, just somewhere within England, to a beach called Skegness, and stayed in a hotel. We went to a few markets, and I was a bit disappointed with the books. There was books like, I think it's this one, The Chosen One, which, as you can see, I already have, and a lot of books that I've wanted for ages and then just got within a few weeks. All the books seem to be there, so I was kind of a bit annoyed about that. But I went also to it's a bookshelf. It's called publisher clearance, so I don't know if publishers send them the books they want sold just quickly, but they're basically, a lot of their books are £2, which I think is about $1.50 or something like that, and they're obviously really good prices. They're brand new books, and I was having a look, and there wasn't many that I wanted, but among them I found Daughter of the Darkness, which is not one I'd usually pick up, but because there wasn't any I could see, I really wanted to get one. I wanted to get a book while I was on holiday, but yeah, I got Daughter of the Darkness. It sounds really good. It's not something that I would usually, if I see it on the internet, I probably wouldn't read the blurb, but I'm really glad I did. It's basically about a teenage girl, and she was adopted by her father and her sister as well, when they actually adopted her to basically get vampires to go to where they were so he could kill them. And I believe that one of the guys, she's been basically brought up to seduce guys to get them to come to where she lives so the father can kill them. She meets someone that she doesn't really want. When she realises she meets someone she doesn't want her father to kill, and in the end she has to choose between her father and what she should believe in, and it's to whether to save this guy or not. So